Woody was the Antichrist on the front page of the New York Post every day.
Their life blew up, and this just became fodder for the gossip magazines and for television and for newspapers.
The 12-year relationship of Woody Allen and Mia Farrow has come to a bitter end.
Director Woody Allen has confirmed he is in love with Mia Farrow's adopted daughter.
The acrimonious breakup caused by Allen's affair with Farrow's adopted daughter Soon-Yi.
Couple Woody Allen-Mia Farrow n'en finit pas de
Woody Allen and Mia Farrow have a date tomorrow in court.
People everywhere in the country are talking about an ugly child custody battle.
The mud thickened today in the child custody battle between Woody Allen and actress Mia Farrow.
That bitter battle between Woody Allen and Mia Farrow over visitation and custody rights to their children heated up again today.
His breakup with longtime companion Mia Farrow and their subsequent fight over child custody has turned his private life into a public soap opera.
You mentioned earlier about the way you're perceived in America. Could I ask you about the crisis that you had recently in your life regarding your wife Soon-Yi and all the surrounding stories there were about that? Did that have an effect on your perception within America? I mean, did it make you less popular? Did it have an effect on your work? Did it affect your movement?
No, it was an interesting thing. I had always been unpopular. And when I was going through public talk about my life, my private life, all it did, those people that had never liked me reconfirmed it. They said, I always knew he was a terrible little cockroach, you know, and this proves it. Those people that liked me continued to like me. You know, it was of no consequence that way. I was never popular, and this didn't diminish my popularity or enhance it in any way. It was, you know, it was just a public airing of my private life, which is a terribly painful thing. I mean, nobody likes that, and me least of all, because I'm such a private person. But, you know, this is the downside of celebrity. You know, celebrity has a good side and a bad side. The bad side is your private life vanishes, and you're always the victim of paparazzi and journalists who want to say things about you and write about every move in your private life. But there's a good side. And the good side is that if I want to go to a restaurant and it's booked and I call up, they give me a table. And if I want to get tickets to a show or a basketball game, I get the tickets before somebody else. Or if I'm home on the weekend on a Sunday and I feel sick, I can call my doctor and he comes right over to treat me. Whereas somebody else, you know, gets a Wednesday appointment or a Thursday appointment. And so this is the upside. The bad side is that you have no private life.
But in your case, I mean, it was particularly hurtful in a sense because the allegations being made against you were so extraordinary. I mean, a lot of people believe, probably still do, that you married your daughter.
I know, but that's illegal. You can't.
You know what I'm saying? That was the public misconception, wasn't
right? But that's crazy. I mean, that if I went by that, I would be too crazy. I mean, this is not, you know, this is not illegal. You can't legally marry your daughter. So, of course, she's not my daughter. But you know, yes, the public perception is often, you know, they get this from the tabloids. They get this from, and this is what you have to, you know, resign yourself to as a celebrity, that your life is going to be, you know, banner-lined in tabloids, you know, in the most lurid way. And you never get used to it, but it's worth it to be able to get the tickets and the table. And, you know.
But mind you, I mean, in your case, I don't want to delay this at all, but it must have been in your case that once you'd actually formed the association with Soon-Yi, that you must have understood that you were going to be scrutinized in a rather particular way.
Yes, but I was always scrutinized. And I never mind that. My life has always been a very open book. I mean, even when I first started as a comedian, I always spoke about, you know, freely about my life, about my marriage, about my my girlfriends, about my getting thrown out of school, about my psychoanalysis. You know, I spoke freely about all these things. I've never been one to, you know, care about that or feel, you know, I always felt I had nothing serious to hide, and it was always amusing to me, and I always thought it would be amusing to other people.
So I'm sorry, the downside of it.
Just interrupt me whenever you like.
The allegations are that you took Dylan into attic or crawl space, that you touched her in her private part. Is there any truth to that at all?
Look, be logical about this. I'm 57. Isn't it illogical that I'm going to, at the height of a very bitter, acrimonious custody fight, drive up to Connecticut, where nobody likes me in the house. I'm with a house full of enemies. I mean, Mia was so enraged at me, and she had gotten all the kids to be angry at me, that I'm going to drive up there and suddenly, on visitation, pick this moment in my life to become a child molester. It's just incredible. I could, if I wanted to be a child molester, I had many opportunities in the past. I could have quietly made a custody settlement with Mia in some way and done it in the future. I mean, you know, it's so insane.
Alan is cooperating with the investigation. He's made his own psychiatric files and the files of his children available to authorities. He submitted to a polygraph and a battery of psychological tests. The reports we were shown would seem to support his contention he's not a child molester. Why then would Alan's 7-year-old daughter tell a Connecticut doctor otherwise?
Either she has been coached methodically to tell the story, because
by Mia.
By Mia, yeah. Because first of all, several weeks before it happened, Mia called me on the phone and said, in the course of an argumentative phone call, she said, "I have something very nasty planned for you." And I said, "What are you going to do, shoot me?"
When did this happen?
This happened several weeks or a month before the allegations.
This was last summer?
Yes, this was a month before this happened. And on many, many occasions, over the phone and in person, Mia had said to me, "You took my daughter, and I'm going to take yours."
What did she mean by that?
She meant by it that I had formed a relationship with her 21-year-old daughter, and she was going to get my daughter, who's Dylan, I only have one daughter. That's what she meant. She was going to seek
her away.
Her revenge that way, yes.
Because of your affair with Soon-Yi?
Yes, yes, absolutely. You took my daughter, I'm going to take your daughter.
Alan contends that from the moment Mia Farrow discovered the nude pictures he'd taken of Soon-Yi, she considered him morally guilty of child molesting, even though Soon-Yi was legally an adult. A month before the alleged incident with Dylan, Alan says he found this note on a door while he was at Farrow's house for Dylan's birthday. It reads, "Child molester at birthday party. Molded then abused one sister, now focused on youngest sister. Family disgusted."
Mia wrote that note. That's her handwriting.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.